Rodeo Drive is one of the most famous streets in the world, where fashion meets entertainment under the swaying palm trees. Only a few hundred years ago, our original residents didn't care at all about clothes. They ran around naked in the beautiful sunshine. In 1769, our first tourists, the Spanish conquistadors, named this land El Rodeo de las Aguas, meaning the gathering of the waters, and the name Rodeo was born. It was this precious water that allowed this area to sustain homes and families. The early lifestyles included cowgirls, lima bean farmers, and oilmen. Streets didn't go any further west, so our pioneers rode horses up and down Rodeo Drive and Sunset Boulevard. Before the days of swimming pools, almost every house north of Sunset had its own stables. And the Beverly Hills Hotel had a dozen gated Kentucky horses to rent for all-day rides to the Pacific Ocean, or on the 50 miles of trails through the canyons. In those days, there was no traffic. Even the street sign said, "Horses have the right of way." A few blocks down the street from Rodeo Drive, where the Beverly Wilshire Hotel stands today, was the giant stadium that put Beverly Hills on the map in the Roaring '20s, the long-forgotten Los Angeles Speedway. The track was a 1.25-mile wooden oval built out of 7 million board feet of 2x4s. It was built at a 40-degree angle that allowed drivers to go over 100 miles an hour. Sometimes workers had to pop up through the trap doors built in the track and hammer down loose boards during the race. The racers wore little leather helmets that didn't offer much protection, and each driver had a mechanic in the car pumping oil. The tragic death of Gaston Chevrolet in 1920 cemented the track's reputation. By 1924, a crowd of 80,000 jammed in for the Speed King of the Year championship race, and almost 30,000 parked cars filled the dusty lots nearby. But by a few months later, it was all gone. After only 4 years, the Speedway was torn down to make way for the southern part of the city to be developed into houses. You could still ride your horse down Rodeo until the mid-1950s, when the sleepy little street started to transform into a legendary destination. The flower beds in the middle of the street are a remnant of the bridle paths that used to run up and down Rodeo. Today, the annual Father's Day car show attracts the most beautiful and powerful cars in the world. In 2014, when the city celebrated its centennial, for a moment, you could almost hear the echoes of the horses and the horsepower that once defined Beverly Hills.